Hey guys, and welcome to another episode of UA Eats. I'm UA. Today we're going to be eating one of my favorite foods, ramen. Now we've touched upon many different kinds of cuisines already. We've eaten pizza, we've eaten tacos, we've eaten Indian food. Let me tell you, ramen might be my favorite comfort food out of all of those, if you can believe it. And for this episode, I'm wearing the shirt that I got in Japan. I love Japanese food so much. 2 years ago, I flew all the way to Japan just to eat there. And let me tell you, I've had some of the best food of my entire life in that country. Everything there was so delicious. The sushi, the tempura, the udon, but the ramen there was out of this world. If I can be honest, ramen in the US just doesn't really compare to Japan. But that doesn't mean it can't be really good. Great ramen places in the US can definitely compare to average ramen places in Japan. So come on, let's go eat! Or shall we say in Japanese, ikimashou! We're here at Ani Ramen in the Grove Street area. Let's pick up our food. Alright, I got my ramen. Time to go home and eat. Alright guys, I'm back. And I got my bag full of ramen. So let's make like Naruto and dig in. Look at this heavy duty staple action. Ready, sit. Alright, let's just take everything out one at a time. Oops. Alright, so we got them in our to-go containers. So one of these is spicy miso ramen and the other is shoyu ramen. It doesn't really seem to do it justice eating out of these containers, so I'm going to transfer these to bowls and have a better look. Alright guys, I finished transferring the food, so let's see what we got. We've got our spicy miso ramen and we've got our shoyu ramen. Now just to explain the difference between the two to anyone who might not be as familiar with Japanese food, miso is a Japanese fermented kind of paste. So a spicy miso is kind of like a spicy hot oil infused kind of miso. That is then infused with a chicken stock, so this one should be pretty good. And then we've got our shoyu ramen. Now, shoyu is Japanese for soy sauce. So as you can tell by the darker color, this is a soy sauce-based chicken broth. So this one's going to be a little lighter, a little less heavy than the spicy miso one, but that doesn't mean it's going to be any less packing in flavor. It's just a different stroke for different folks. Now, usually this is when I go, which one do I want to eat first? But I already have my spoon and chopsticks on one side. This spicy miso ramen, I just can't resist. So before this gets cold, let's just dig in. And as they say in Japan, itadakimasu. Now, when I eat ramen, I always get a taste of the broth first. Because any Asian soup noodle, while the noodles are important, while the toppings and the meat is important, the broth is really what makes or breaks it. Kind of like the dough is what makes or breaks good pizza. So let's just try this broth. Ooh. Well, that's good. That's spicy and it really has some good fermented miso flavor. You just gotta try it for yourself. Now let's see how it pairs with the noodles. Oh man. Oh, more. Oh man. I gotta say, that complements perfectly. The noodles are springy, they've got a good bite, almost a bit of a al dente. And this miso broth is a little less thick than miso broth I had in Japan. So I had some doubts as to whether they would adhere well to the noodles, but no, I mean, those doubts were just completely cast away. It just somehow clings to the noodles, and it's not like I just have to get the noodle in my mouth as fast as I can before the broth drips off of it. And every slurp of noodle is like a beautiful hybrid between broth and noodle. Wow, that is excellent. I mean, I take back what I said earlier. I feel like this could kind of hold its own in Japan, probably. And what every bowl of ramen needs, some succulent pork belly. Let me just hold this closer to the camera so you can see it. And here we go. Okay, so it's not all sunshine rainbow lollipops. If I can be honest, the pork belly is a little dry. It's a little bit overcooked. It's not really melt in your mouth. I know maybe you think I'm being a little too harsh, but in Japan, in New York City, you'll find some ramen places where the pork belly is out of this world and completely knocks everything out of the park. But it's not bad. I mean, maybe if they just cut it in thinner strips. Yeah, actually, take smaller bites. But this broth, I can't complain about this broth. Oh. Find me a comfort food as good as ramen. Okay, I guess I like pizza and I like hot dogs and I like tacos. Alright, but you get what I mean. Ramen is a top 5, top 10, top 20 at the very most best comfort food on earth. Well, you know what? Let's not have Shoyu Ramen feeling neglected. We took a big chunk out of spicy miso ramen, but Shoyu needs equal attention, and it wants to show you how great it tastes. Sorry about that. Let's go for the broth again. Oh wow, oh wow. Oh, this is definitely a lighter broth. It's not as heavy as this one on the right, but it goes down easy and it really has a good soy sauce flavor without being too salty. I don't know how to explain it, but it's, oh, this is excellent. All right, got some nudes. Oh wow. Its flavor might not be as strong. I don't know if strong is the right way to explain it. Its flavor might not be so in your face. It's definitely lighter, but it's lighter in almost a good way. I don't know how to explain it. The soy sauce flavor is really well balanced and it's not overpowering. And it doesn't just taste like a bland chicken soup. It kind of has some umami flavor. And once again, this soup, it's not super thick soup, but it just clings to the noodles somehow. I'm not sure how they did that. I might have to climb a mountain to find a ramen sensei to, you know, learn his ways. But this shoyu ramen versus this spicy miso ramen, it just kind of comes down to what you prefer. So yeah, I think that's gonna be it for this video. I just wanted to show you guys one of my favorite ramen places. It can be a little difficult to find good ramen outside of Japan and outside of New York City, but Ani Ramen in Jersey City, I gotta say, it's pretty solid. Give this place a shot sometime. I mean, I got it to go because I'm still waiting to get my second dose. If you've had your second vaccine dose and 2 weeks have passed to build antibodies, definitely consider eating inside this restaurant. It's very beautiful inside. It's got a great vibe. It had some old school hip hop playing in the background, so that's always some brownie points for me. If you've been to Ani Ramen before, let me know what you think. Or if you would recommend another ramen place, absolutely let me know what you think about that place. And also, where do you think I should eat next? There's tons of great food in JC and in North Jersey, so let me know in the comment section if there's anywhere you think I should eat next. I think that's all I have to say for now, so I'm gonna finish this, or both. But thanks again for watching. Like and subscribe if you like my videos. Once again, I am Yue and this is Yue Eats, and until next time, I'll see you later.